Hello everybody, my name is Corey Mathis, President of Arizona Storm, formerly Mizuno Storm, which I'll get into that in a few moments. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. This is the first year we are introducing the video, and it's just going to make it a little more easier for us to get the same message out to all of our families. The first thing is, like I just mentioned, you'll notice that we are no longer Mizuno Storm. We are now Arizona Storm, and we are sponsored by Easton. And what that means for us is that we have a partner in Easton that will be able to get us discounts on their apparel, and it's a good name to have in the softball world. We're one of 5 elite organizations that they sponsor, and they do that by giving us discounts on apparel and some of their equipment. As you can see on our website, you'll be able to get, for example, their bats that are retail for $350. You can now get those for $280. So not much will change on our side as an organization, but we will be using the Easton products as much as possible going forward. This first year will be a transition year. Everybody in Easton understands that, so we don't expect everybody to run out and buy new Easton gear from top to bottom. But if you are purchasing new helmets, bat bags, whatever it might be, then we'll want you to do the Easton as much as you can. So with that being said, if you go to MizunoStorm.com, which our website will keep the same domain name as of right now, but if you go to MizunoStorm.com, all one word, and if you click on the Storm store, it will take you right to the website for cleats in order to order helmet, bat bags, shirts, socks, whatever you might need, parent gear, and like I said before, the bats are on there as well. Okay, so real easy walk through and pretty self-explanatory once you get into that area right there. We do have the choice this year of black or charcoal helmets. Make sure that you check with your coach on which ones you are ordering, and it's a good idea for each coach to send out a message to all the teams on exactly what uniforms they expect their teams to wear. We have a package that you click on, uniform package, and it shows the 5 shirts that we have in there right now. One of the big things that you'll notice as an organization is that we have expectations for what we want to see out of our players, our fans, our coaches, and that's how we handle ourselves. We want to make sure that we are better than the other people out there in club sports as far as how we communicate with the umpires, how we communicate with other teams, and how we communicate with our players. So one of the things that real big to me is that we are different than everybody else out there. We handle everything with respect. We're not going to yell. We're not going to get on the umpires. We're just not going to do that. We're going to go out there and let the talent of our team speak for themselves and work towards that. I understand that there will be moments that have little issues that come up here and there, but as a whole, that's our common goal. Okay. Each team will be set up with a web page of their own called TeamSnap. Through TeamSnap, you'll be able to see your schedule for practices and games and anything else that you have going on a team-by-team basis. You'll be able to communicate within that team throughout, whether it's email or the alerts through text message, and you'll also be able to pay your dues. Now remember that you go to teamsnap.com, click on your team, and you're going to have to pay your dues from a desktop or a laptop computer. It will not work from your phone. The advantage that we have by doing that is it automatically tracks the payments that go in and gives us the ability to see who's paid, who's not. And then I get an email, and then I change it from the PayPal deposit over to our account at the bank. So it makes it real easy for us from a tracking standpoint, and I don't have to manage a whole bunch of money in my hands. It does it electronically. So with that being said, We have all of our dues are due by the 1st of the month. We give you till the 15th to get those paid in full. If for any reason you are not paid by the end of that particular month, you become ineligible on your particular team to play and practice. It's real simple. We don't do this to make money. We don't do this for anything other than that money comes in and it pays for fields and tournaments and coaches' equipment, whatever it might be. It's not. We don't have excess money coming out of those dues to float any money going on that. Now, if somebody is in a situation where they are in trouble financially and they need a few extra days, you have to email me, call me, whatever it takes, and I'll give you a few extra days. Beyond that, you will be ineligible, and there's really nothing I can do about that. Like I said, in years past, I'm paying out excess money at times out of my own pocket, out of the fund, whatever it might be, to cover some of those fees that aren't paid during the year. And so starting this year, we're going to make sure that we're on that, and we're on it better than we ever have. Okay. So with that being said, we have a couple of mandatory fees that come up from the organization side of things. We've got a startup fee, which is usually $100, and that particular money goes into the organization, and it gets us going on payments out to the directors for some of these tournaments that you have to pay real early for. It gets us going on fields. It gets us going on equipment from an organizational standpoint. Okay, and then the other mandatory fee will be the storm fee, which is due by January 1st, and that is a $100 fee that covers everything from taxes to equipment. And as president of the organization, I put a lot of time into what we do. A portion of that money will also cover my travel. Okay, so the other part of what that money covers is for what I just mentioned before about the dues. Believe it or not, over the years, we've had to pay the majority of that money out to different areas to cover excess money that we didn't capture coming back in. So a little disappointing on that, but it's an area that we have to get better at, and we are starting this year. And the other part of it is it's mandatory. It's not optional to pay that. It needs to be done by January 1st, and it's what makes us great as an organization, is that we have the funds available to get into the right tournaments and so on and so forth. Okay. At any time, if there's any questions about the finances, you can email me. My email's on the website. My phone number's on the website. I will be going from team to team every Thursday during the season, and meeting with the players and the coaches and you as parents, doing my best to get out there and get to know everybody that I can in our organization, because we do appreciate everybody that is part of this. Couple things. So when you go to MizunoStorm.com, you will be able to click on the tax forms page, and once you click on that, that is where the this particular video is, and also where our parent-player agreement is. So I need you to read through that parent-player agreement. I need a signature from the parents and the player, and I need that signed and emailed back to me, please. I will track that through TeamSnap, and we will put that in a digital file and keep it on hand. Okay. A lot of the stuff that's in there is the items that you'll be covering through your parent meeting that your head coach will be setting up if you haven't already done that. As far as anything else goes, if there's any questions along the way, make sure you reach out to me. And I'm real excited for a great season. So thank you for taking the time to watch this, and have a good day.